Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essig.
All right, welcome back. Hour number 2 of the Fitness Fanatics. If you missed any part of the show, you can, which was a fun first hour. Had some controversy, some good text messages, some
trips down memory lane.
It was pretty fun. You can check that out, theticketfm.com, on the Ticket Weekends page or on any of the podcast streaming platforms that are out there. All right,
and they're always conveniently split up between hour 1 and hour 2. So if you just want to listen to shenanigans, you can listen to the first one. And if you want to listen to the health content, listen to the second one.
I don't think the first hour was all shenanigans. Harris and I were in some very in-depth conversations about off-season football.
Well, I was shopping during that time.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, are you doing some show prep?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm prepping for a new computer bag."
Because Jeff broke mine. Let's be clear.
I'm prepping for a new computer bag.
Researching.
I
just ordered it.
I was like, "Are you doing research on more water stuff to talk about?" She's like, "No, I'm researching a new computer bag."
Because you broke mine.
I did. It was the zipper. Nice.
Yeah.
This will give you a chance to clean it out.
When you
get your new one.
I need everything in there. I'll just move it right over.
I don't think you do need everything in that bag.
Keep your eyes on your own paper, okay? Just mind your own business.
All right. Well, we are going to talk about a very important subject when it comes to health and wellness, well-being, and that is water.
And when we say water,
H2O.
I kind of also just mean hydration in general, but why it's important to be hydrated. Now you switch to water. It's your first drink of water
H2O.
in the last hour.
No, I've been drinking that. Drink this whole thing this morning.
It's not done yet.
It's getting there.
Okay. So I don't know if we've ever talked just about water.
I don't think we have.
Yeah. So, the biggest thing, one thing is, we do know you can survive longer without food than you can without water. So that's very important for life in general. And up to 70% of our body is water of some sort. So it's very important that we stay hydrated. So there's a lot of things that our bodies use water for. And analogy, it's kind of like the delivery truck of our bodies. So it transports oxygen through H2O. It helps transport nutrients, hormones, electrolytes, waste products through our digestion. So it's really important. And this is why I give Jeff a hard time about not drinking enough water. This is not me complaining. These are facts. Just for the record.
Okay.
So one, you almost always wear a sweatshirt when you teach or work out. Which increases your sweat. You sweat more because you're always wearing a sweatshirt. Even on the days where you teach 2 to 3 kickboxing classes, you still wear your sweatshirt. Okay, that was a trap because you were supposed to say, "No, I don't wear a sweatshirt every time."
I have actually been wearing.
Truth comes out.
You can ask our members. They're asking me why are you wearing a t-shirt? So yes, I've been wearing t-shirts.
When was the last time when you taught in a t-shirt?
I think maybe like
I don't believe you. When you say I don't believe you.
Friday afternoon, I think, up at Meadow Lane.
Okay. At 12:15. I'll have to ask some people tomorrow if you wore a sweatshirt.
Okay.
But
go on.
So that's one reason why it's important that you drink enough water, but also because of your blood clots. It's important to be hydrated because what?
Blood clots.
Well, that's a problem. And you also have kidney issues. Those are all things that mean you need to be drinking probably more water than the average person. Because when you don't have enough water, like your blood becomes more concentrated because the part of your blood is water. That's part of what our bodies use it for. So not to say that contributed or was the reason why you had blood clots, but you're just making your body work a little bit harder when it's already clearly having a hard time, right?
A hard time, yes.
It's like it's already trying as hard as it can. So it's like, which is very fitting for our conversation in the first hour. It's the difference between like everything that your body has to do It's the difference between driving through rush hour traffic instead of driving through an open highway in the right or left lane, depending on who you are.
Your style.
Right. The vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of why it's important, because you're just making everything, your body will adapt. Our bodies are definitely very adaptable, and you don't have to only drink water. You get hydration through you get hydration through all the fruits and vegetables that you eat. There's ways that you can still get hydration, but it just makes everything a little bit harder to do. So like the things that our bodies use water for to produce that we don't really think of necessarily is saliva. Oh, that's the other thing. You also have your disease of esophagitis.
What does that have to do with
What is that? I don't know what that is.
So, Jeff,
I got all kinds of problems here.
I know. So he has gotten better about this, but in the past, so esophagitis is like the narrowing of your esophagus. And so when Jeff eats, sometimes the food kind of gets stuck in his throat and he literally have to throw it up because it physically won't go down.
What?
Not every now and
That's
then.
uncomfortable.
I know. I swear it's because he doesn't choose food enough.
Yeah,
But-
the kids will chew your food.
Because it was always like when he was eating steak or chicken.
It is, yeah, really.
Right.
Or if I like eating too fast.
Too fast.
yeah.
Just
Like I get a
fork it
burger.
down.
Then I
I'm
also
just-
have esophagitis or whatever it is.
It's a common thing. You've had like a scope.
Yeah,
to-
and I
and a procedure. Like did you have the balloon procedure where they had opened it
no,
up?
they just put the camera in there.
Okay.
This was a long time ago, but
Yeah,
it was
You've
confirmed
managed it.
when I had my imaging of my chest for my blood clots that it said in the doctor's report esophagitis.
That's because we always give him a hard time, and
They
he
made
says,
fun of
"I
me.
have a disease."
Yeah, they said,
we told him for a long time it was made up, but I knew it wasn't made up because you had a test.
Yeah.
So anyway, but that could be because your mouth is not producing enough saliva. So as you are chewing your food, it's not producing enough saliva. So then you're
Mhm.
having a hard time
What's that?
swallowing
Yeah,
your
it
food.
prevents
Just
choking.
talking about saliva is making my mouth water. It's really hard. It's very susceptible. And that was one of the things. Your saliva helps to prevent choking. So
Mhm.
maybe that is also a culprit. Not
Could
enough
be.
water.
It's
You're
been a while
dehydrated
since I've had an episode.
because you do what? Well, and I don't even know. You could be doing it. You could when I'm not there. Because I'm not there
Doing
for
what?
you could be having an episodes
no,
when
I
I'm not
know.
there.
I
If
drink.
we're ever eating with Jeff and he just disappears for 10 minutes.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
No offense.
Right. That was probably the last time when we went to someone's house. Molly
No,
made
it's been
steak
it's
for
been
you
at our
and then you
house.
threw it up.
I've done it at our house a couple times.
Okay. So saliva is one of the things that your body uses water for. And so I looked this up too. So a healthy human produces about 1/2 to 1.5 liters of saliva a day.
Oh, it makes sense.
A
'cause
half
your-
of a liter to
'cause
1.5 liters.
Your mouth is always damp. Like,
Yeah.
so it always has to keep doing it.
Right.
Okay.
So when you think about it, if you're not drinking enough water, how is your body producing that saliva? That's a lot, I think.
I think everybody should be taking a drink of water right now or finding, like,
Go get some water.
I mean, if you're not thinking about, like, oh, maybe I should get some water.
Have you had water today? Have you had water today,
I
Harrison?
did. After I left my water bottle in my car, but I drank about most of it on the way in.
Okay.
He had
I've
some
gotten
wa-
much better with my water intake.
He had some water when he was brushing his teeth this morning. That was his little.
That might help with
his
When
saliva.
I was in the
production
shower.
Yeah.
I held
the
my mouth
shower,
open.
The shower remnants.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
The podcast that I was listening to, which I've referenced before, it's called This Podcast Will Kill You. And they are two like disease specialists or scientists, and they talk about stuff. And they were talking about mucus. And this is what made me want to talk about this. So mucus is another way that your body uses water. So mucus is produced in your nose, but it's also further up into your sinuses. There's mucus in your lungs, which we know because when you're sick, that's a lot of more mucus is being produced.
Coughing.
Right. And your gut produces mucus also. There's also mucus in your gut. So this was the one that because our human body produces 1 to 2 liters of mucus every single day.
Okay, so we're up to 2 to 4 liters.
Right.
Saliva.
of just your body, saliva and
Producing-
mucus,
Yep.
which is not, I know it's a gross word, but like it's really important. That part's really important. Mucus helps to filter the air before it gets to your lungs. So that's with, your nose and throat. And I didn't even look up tears either, because I don't know if that's probably.
Well, those pick up in the fall. So
I didn't even look that
you'll
up
be more hydrated.
because your eyes need water. And I
That's right.
notice when I am slightly dehydrated, I do notice it in my eyes. Like my close up vision is worse if I'm dehydrated. Like it's harder for me to read things close up.
Okay.
If I'm dehydrated. But mucus is really important. We need to keep our nasal system moist because that helps, like I said, trapping the dust and the germs before it can reach your lungs. It's also just really good. Your gut, your stomach lining needs it just to keep everything. It's protective from the stomach acid that's in your stomach. So that's important.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so when you're dehydrated, you'll have that kind of dry cough. And that's why when you're sick, it's really important to drink lots of water. It helps thin that out. So then you can like have more productive coughs and stuff like that. The next one is sweat.
Oh, we were just talking about
I
that.
know. Yeah. Which for sweat, for you do sweat a lot because even if you're not wearing a sweatshirt, like your legs sweat, your socks get wet.
Sweating, it's healthy.
Gross.
I get the same thing. Like
Yeah.
I'll wake up. And it's random. I'll wake up some nights. I know I'm drinking enough water. Like in
You're
a puddle.
probably drinking it.
I don't know what's happening.
That's probably a sign that you did drink enough water because you have sweat to produce in your sleep.
Yeah.
So probably people who don't drink enough water don't have that happen.
We also can produce 1 to 2 liters of sweat per hour.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
In exercise.
Yeah, not just sitting here.
Right. Yes.
We're not doing that.
Right. Yes. But just as a normal low effort daily activities, it's about a half a liter to 1 liter of sweat per day.
Okay. So
more during football season too, right?
Sweating.
Stress, sweat. Yeah. And your body produces multiple kinds of sweat too. So there's like a stress sweat and then there's like exercise sweat. Exercise sweat's a little bit cleaner. Stress sweat is the like, when you're stressed out and it's kind of a little bit different. And it's kind of like a protective evolutionary protection for your body. The stress sweat is because then if you smell bad, then like a predator is less likely to come after you if you're stressed out.
Okay.
So, fun fact.
Like a stink bug.
Kind of. Yeah.
Stay away from me.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like,
right.
Okay.
So it's different from exercise sweat. So if you've ever, worked out.
When our members are complaining that it's too hot in the gym, I'm going to say, no, sweating is healthy.
This is exercise sweat. It's not the same.
Yes. It's healthy sweat.
Yeah. It is. Sweat is important for temperature regulation. That is why we sweat. So, and really what you do, how you wear a sweatshirt when you sweat, you're actually being counterproductive to what the sweat is trying to do. It's trying to cool you off, but you're keeping it trapped in by
That's
a
what the
sweatshirt.
fan is for.
Don't you want to stay a little warm when you're working out though? I don't know. Because I see people wear hoodies.
Yeah.
For the sake of staying warm. I don't know where the line is in the middle.
Usually that's people just trying to shed some water weight is really more why they do that.
I
Like
just remember the guy who went to Air Force football, who's a big lifter. He'd
I mean,
always
if it's
wear
cold,
sweatshirt. No, I mean, he just did it to keep his
right. Maybe
temperature up. I don't know. I'm not like a big lifter, so I don't know where.
Well, neither am I.
No, because I think also that's going to constrict some of your range of motion too if you're wearing sweatshirts and stuff. But so the reason that we're supposed to, you're sweating because it's creating moisture on your skin, and then that it's cooling you off.
It cools me off on my legs and my neck, and my ears area, my head.
Sure, because that's how I know if I'm hot. I just fan my ear, and it makes me feel better. I know, but that is also why it's really important to drink lots of water, especially if you're extremely physically active.
So, and I don't know if you have this for some or another point in the show, but like, what's the proper amount to drink?
Okay, so we've talked about this multiple times on the show for sure.
Okay, well, we've been on for 4 years, so I don't remember everything we've talked about.
Do you remember, Harrison?
And we could have people just
2
listening.
2 liters, 2.5 liters.
We could have people listening for the first time.
I know. I'm asking more for you.
I'm gonna say
it is later
Well,
on.
while you think about that,
100
we'll talk
ounces.
about it a little bit later.
say 100 ounces.
Okay.
It's not
It's
an
way
amount.
under.
It's not an amount. Remember,
It's
what
per-
do you use?
Oh, your body. No.
What do
It's
you
definitely not
use?
your body weight.
What should we use to determine our level of dehydration or hydration? What should we use as that guide? We literally talked about it this morning because
what your urine looks
yes.
like and smells like.
Oh, the hydration test.
Yes.
Yeah, the hydration
Championship
test.
Right.
levels
Yes.
is what you're going for.
And what happens because remember when I was in school?
You see it. You see it.
No,
You need to drink more.
no.
It's clear.
No, just let me talk. I'm going to. It was what my choir teacher would tell us for competition.
It's clear.
If you pee clear,
You're in the clear.
you sing clear.
See
Oh.
clear. It didn't jog my memory.
But you should not have clear pee. You're overhydrated if your urine is clear.
So it's just
should be light yellow.
okay.
Light
So we'll
yellow.
get to that here in a little bit.
Yes,
Right?
we
Okay.
will.
Okay.
So it's not there's not an exact amount because everybody's different. Like it depends on your muscle mass. It depends on how tall you are. It depends on what else you're eating throughout the day. So there's really no good amount to drink. It's really going off of your digestion or your urine output. But
Quick
so
side tangent. I don't know if you'd be able to answer this. Why does alcohol dehydrate you so much?
I mean, I think I don't know for a fact, but if I had to guess, part of the reason why alcohol wreaks havoc on your whole body is because when you drink alcohol is an actual toxin to your body. Like we talk about foods being poison, nothing that we eat, like junk food, whatever, isn't poison. Alcohol is actually a poison. And so when you ingest alcohol, like your body stops doing everything else and
starts trying to kick it out.
Yes,
That's why you're using the bathroom all the time.
yeah, your liver is trying to clear out that alcohol. So that's why it's like really bad for macros. Like if you're trying to track your macros and stuff, because when you eat food with alcohol, you're slowing down that metabolic process because everything's kicking into overdrive to help metabolize that alcohol through your liver. So that's probably part of it. And plus you're just not drinking water when you're drinking alcohol. Like
that makes sense though. That's working. It's trying to kick it out so bad that not really worried about retaining water because you have poison.
Yeah, and
your
it
body's
is pulling
registering
it from other places to try to help get rid of it. So that
when I
would be
failed the
my guess.
hydration test.
Yes.
It's like the morning after drinking.
Yeah, you wake up
You
and your
can
mouth is dry, your lips are chapped.
Feel awful.
Yes.
Dehydrated, no water in the system.
That's why, because your body is literally like in crisis mode trying to get rid of this toxin that you've ingested.
And then we're just like, well, let's do it again.
I know.
Well, no,
That was
you don't
exciting.
say that. You're like, that
Not
was
right
terrible.
away.
And then you
Well,
get to
there's-
Friday and you're
There's
like,
a lot
Yeah.
of people that
Let's
are
do
like
it.
that.
There
well,
are.
that is true.
That's
know?
why alcohol is definitely poison to your body. It is poison, but we still take it in. But all right, back to
Should we take a break and then get into like what water does for your body? So it looks like that's what's on the next.
No, I still have a
Oh.
couple of things I can talk
Oh.
about that your body uses. I can
Oh.
do it quickly. Excuse me, 10:22. I don't try to take you to break at 9:22 when you guys are
Maybe you
still
should,
talking
though.
about sports. Okay, so another super important reason to drink water is that our joints need water. So the cartilage in and ligaments and tendons in our body or in our joints needs water. It creates what's called synovial fluid. And it's a fluid. So that's how your body creates that fluid. And that's what helps lubricate your joints, cushions your movements. So if you have bad knees, bad shoulders, that's why it's really important. It's not going to fix it, but again, you're making your body work harder if you are not hydrated enough. And it's just like me complaining about your driving. You're not going to notice if I don't complain, but you're going to notice if I do.
That's how most people are.
I know that's what I
Yeah,
said in the
yeah.
first segment. So that's how this is too. Like you may not notice an improvement in your joints when you are drinking water, but you will notice more pain if you're dehydrated, I think. But you never think, wow, my knees feel great. That's because I drank enough water. We take the health part for granted.
Mhm.
And then we, are hard on ourselves when it's something that was kind of in our control.
And that's up too. If you are hungover, you're achy.
100%.
Your joints are achy
Yeah.
for some reason.
Because your body is literally
Your
again,
head hurts.
crisis mode.
Just-
It's pulling
That's the
liquid
only-
from your
yeah.
brain. Our brains use water. So
I was just thinking about my joints. That's the only time my joints have ever like hurt.
Mhm.
Not like
That's
like
'cause
oh,
you're
I can't
young.
lift up my knee.
Right.
But like, yeah, drinking out, like you feel like achy.
Yeah, because you're literally pulling water from everywhere else in your body, and you also just weren't drinking enough, probably.
You should just never drink alcohol. Sounds
It's not
terrible.
good.
for
There's
you.
no benefits. It's not good. But so joints and then digestion is super duper important. Digestion, like through our urine and also, in our stool, as we'll say. That's how my grandma would say it. That's super duper important for your gut health because as you are digesting your food, you're pulling water into like your small, large intestines and your colon. And so if you don't have enough water to pull that into, then it's going to contribute to constipation, which is not pleasant for anybody. And then the last one, we have two more.
Okay.
We'll talk about kidneys.
Okay.
Looking at you, Jeffrey, with your bad kidneys.
Yeah.
So kidneys are like the water boy of your body. It really is regulating a lot of your electrolytes. It helps with your blood pressure. Your kidneys filter your blood. So if you're not hydrated enough, if your blood is more concentrated because you're not as hydrated, you're making your kidneys do more work. It also helps remove waste from your blood. Super duper important. And then the last one really is your brain. Your brain uses a lot of water. That's why that's a lot of times contributes to the headache. That's also what can contribute to a caffeine headache too. If you've given up caffeine, but you're not replacing like what you were drinking that was caffeinated, you're not replacing it with water, then you're like double dehydrating yourself.
Well, that's usually what we'll recommend to our 10-week challengers. Is like they'll ask, because we'll talk about water, and then they'll ask like, well, can I have coffee? And we always kind of say, yeah, that's fine. But you want to, let's say your goal is to drink 100 ounces of water, right? And you have 16 ounces of coffee or whatever, then you should be drinking 116 ounces of water.
Right. Just to replace
offset that.
Yeah. Because coffee doesn't technically dehydrate you. That is a misconception, especially like we're drinking iced coffee right now from the mill. And it has ice in it. It has water in it. Right. Like it is not dehydrating you. It's still hydrating you, but it's a diuretic. So it's going to make you lose more water faster. So we want to,
you're replacing it.
Yes.
By drinking a little extra.
But that's why our brain, that's why you get those headaches. So you can get headaches, you can get fatigue, slower reaction times, mood changes. So if you're grumpy, maybe you need to drink a glass of water. Maybe I need to drink water before I get in the car with you.
Have you ever tried that?
And here's the thing.
Water?
Here's the thing.
No.
When you're grumpy.
I know.
When anybody's grumpy.
It's the last.
Nobody thinks
No.
maybe I should drink a glass of water.
But maybe that's the ticket.
What we're thinking is like, maybe where's my caffeine?
I know, but maybe that's the ticket. Maybe your body is screaming for water.
It could be. We should all try that.
I feel like that's pretty commonplace for couples. Like, did you drink some water?
Yeah.
Like if they're not feeling well, it's just whatever it may be.
Right.
Stay
Have you
hydrated.
drank enough water?
It's not just a saying. There's a lot of accuracy to it.
I've been talking about it for 27 minutes.
I'm listening.
I know.
We do have a text
Okay.
from Crowbait. This isn't about you. It says, I drink more green tea than water and read that green tea is really good for your kidneys.
It is. Green tea is very good for you on many levels.
Well, why haven't you started injecting me with green tea?
We have green tea at home.
My kidneys.
We have green tea at home in the cupboard.
Well, you've never once said, Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Why don't you have a glass of green tea?
Well, I don't know because I don't think you would like it.
I like having healthy kidneys. Be nice.
I mean, there are antioxidants in green tea, which is probably where that's coming from. But maybe water is also important.
Maybe I should start having some.
I don't know.
The tea game is really good for you.
Yeah.
If you know what your body needs. Yeah. Especially for your kidneys.
But I would watch the caffeine in the green tea. You can also get decaffeinated green tea. But there are a lot of antioxidants, just like we've talked about coffee and how there's antioxidants in coffee too. Green tea is like right up there too with it. Yeah.
Well, awesome. All right. Well, we're going to go to break. Stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. We're just chatting with you about water. I think we're going to get into how much, right? Is that what we're going to talk about now?
Yeah.
Nicole? Okay, so we do have a text. Well, a couple texts.
Well, if you're going to read that text, then that's not what we'll talk about, but that's okay. We'll get back to it.
I thought that's kind of plays into it. How much you should be drinking.
He literally stopped listening to everything we said after he said.
I might be Jeff too over here. I am also.
You and I were just talking about it. Okay, go ahead.
My brain's.
You and Harrison were just talking, not you,
I know.
Me, and Jeff.
That's why I pointed at Harrison when I said you and
I. I'm the guilty party right now.
Both of you are. I'm talking to the wall.
Entire conversation I just had.
So should I read the text?
Read the text, and then it'll make sense, Harrison.
All right. So this is from 5046. This is very interesting. I work for a moving company. We walk between 10 and 15 miles per day and carry roughly 10,000 pounds over those 10 to 15 miles. I'm fascinated by how much water, sports drinks we need because the amount of sweat and calories we burn throughout the day. This is where we're talking about electrolytes.
Yes. Look at it all coming back around.
But it all ties together, right?
It does. So we were talking about, because electrolytes are super trendy right now. And this text is a perfect example of that is a person that needs to be probably consuming, where it would be appropriate to consume additional electrolytes.
Okay.
But the average person, like the average Jeff, even if you're working out at Farrell's and you're working out 45 minutes a day, and then you go sit at an office job, you don't need to add electrolytes to your drinks. Certainly not ones that have added sodium. Those Element packets have 1,000 milligrams of sodium in them, which is half of your amount that you should have in a day. And I guarantee you the standard American diet, you're consuming enough sodium. If you're eating anything that's highly processed or in a package, you're getting enough sodium. Unless you have an extremely physical, outdoor, sweating all day job, then adding in some electrolytes are really important. Or if you're training for a long distance endurance, like a half marathon or a full marathon, those are times that you're going to want to consume those products, probably intra training, while you're running and exercising, because you're wanting to replenish. And a lot of those Gatorades and stuff, we were talking about that off air, contain sugar too, which again, for someone sitting at an office job, you really don't need to be consuming extra sugar, because your body's not using that glucose the way that a runner is using it right when they're in the middle of running.
Right.
So I do have an electrolyte mix that I use, and I just get it on Amazon, but it doesn't have sodium in it. So it only has, because sodium is not the only electrolyte. So there's sodium, potassium, magnesium, chloride, calcium, and chloride are all the major electrolytes. And sodium and potassium specifically work together, which we've talked about this on the show before too. I just need to remind our viewers, our listeners, because some of them may remember me talking about it. You probably don't remember me talking about it.
We have some new listeners too. So,
So I recognize that I've already talked about this before, but this is going to be brand new information for Jeff. We've talked about it.
And for our new listeners.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
So potassium and chloride are kind of on opposite ends of a teeter-totter. And so you kind of have to balance those two. And so if you already eat a high sodium diet, consuming an electrolyte that contains potassium, magnesium, calcium, and chloride is going to help also balance out your higher sodium diet. So that's why I consume just an electrolyte mix that I get on Amazon, but it doesn't have sodium in it. Just because we do teach multiple times, and especially in the summer, very sweaty. But so that's just a popular question that people have. Electrolytes are super trendy right now, and some of them are ridiculously expensive, and probably 95% of the people who consume them don't need them.
But they just do it because that's
they're probably not
what's going on right
yeah
now.
It's because you're getting constantly it's in your algorithm. You're getting ads for it. You're getting people talk about it. Element has a lot of sponsorship, so people are talking about it on podcasts that you listen to, and they're paying them to. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Rogan doesn't do ads for Element. He probably does. So
And people just
right. Yeah. But if you're already not drinking enough water, you definitely should not be adding electrolytes to your water. Electrolytes are for people who have heavy sweating manual labor jobs and who already consume a lot of water. Because if you consume too much water, you are depleting your electrolytes. You need to bring those back in. So yeah, keep drinking water and sports drinks to our texter that has the moving company job. Important.
Okay, so how much water do we actually need?
Okay, so we talked about this already, but so you got to kind of start the thing, just like nutrition, you kind of can't know where you need to be until you know where you are. So how much water are you drinking now? If you're a person that's not even drinking, like we talked about, if you or me and you in our 20s.
Yeah, we drink no water.
Don't ever
like
remember
zero.
Getting a glass of water.
No, it's lemonade, it's Kool-Aid, it's
soda,
Pepsi.
Right.
It's just.
This was back
we
in
would
the
not go into a gas station
90s.
and get a bottle of water.
No.
It just never even entered our minds.
No. And this was in the late 90s, early 2000s. So people weren't carrying water bottles. Stanley was still just a thermos company.
Right.
Right. It wasn't like, my grandpa had a Stanley thermos.
Yeah.
That had coffee in it all day long. So if you already know that you're not drinking enough, then like just drinking a glass, drinking more than you're already drinking is fine. But I like to shoot for 3 liters of water a day for myself. But I don't always hit that. So,
well, I pulled up a little calculator.
Okay.
To see what it recommends me. So I have my age, my height, my weight, and then my activity level. I put extreme, heavy exercise or physical job because there was like high. Says exercise 6 to 7 times a week. So I'm ahead of that.
You are, if you count the amount of workouts you do.
So it put me at 3 to 4 liters, 116 ounces.
Yeah.
So this is what
3 liters, 180 to 100 ounces.
Yeah.
Is kind of a good place to start. But again, how you drink that water is going to matter too. So
like, I just don't want to drink all of it in the morning.
Right.
And then nothing for the last 8 hours I'm up.
Yes. Okay. Right. So trying to space it out. If I am really struggling getting enough water chronically, like day after day, I know that I've gone multiple days without drinking enough water. The biggest thing I'll try to do is commit to drinking a liter of water before I have food, like before I eat my breakfast, like try to get a whole liter of water in before I drink my breakfast. Then I know I'm going to do it. But that's just something I do for myself. So you can have your own guide. Like you can drink 16 ounces of water and then drink, then eat your meal. But the best thing that you can do is spread it out throughout the day. Drink a little bit with your meals. I like to keep this. I don't like this water bottle in my car because it doesn't fit in my cup holder.
Right.
I know. So I have another one that usually is in my car. I just need to wash. It's in my car right now, but I need to wash it. This one, this bigger Owala water bottle, I usually keep at the gym. And then I have a smaller one that I keep in my car. And so if when you're driving, stop at a stoplight, take a drink of water. That's just going to be a lot. If you keep it in your car, you're going to get a lot more kind of time to drink water. But then once you do consistently drink that water, again, that's where keeping an eye on your urine is going to be helpful. And, we all know if it's been a long night, you've been drinking, you get up and you go to the bathroom and like, you can tell your dark urine.
It.
Right. Yes. Like that is bad. That means you need to go drink more water. So I think that's always a good kind of way. But then there's other ways that you can know. Like I know I'm dehydrated if my lips are chapped. That's another big one for me. Chapped lips means I probably haven't been drinking enough water in the last couple days.
And that's so weird to think like how your body's just your lips are chapped since you don't have enough water. It's like,
well, because I probably have a decreased saliva production. And your lips need to be hydrated too. I also forgot to say that when we were talking about we talked about we create about a liter and up to a liter and a half of saliva in a day, up to 2 liters of mucus a day, which that one was shocking to me. Again, I already said that, but up to 1 liter, but up to more if you're of sweat a day, more if you're an exerciser, and up to 2 liters of urine a day in your for output. Like, so if you just think about that, and again, our bodies are adaptable, and it doesn't mean you have to drink that many liters of water, because there's lots of foods that you eat that contain that hydrate you too.
Fruits and stuff like that.
Yeah. If you're eating like a whole food diet, you're eating a good amount of fruits and vegetables. Other drinks that you're consuming still have water in them. Even if you're like a soda drinker or a diet soda drinker, the number one ingredient is still water. Like it's mostly water. So it's more than just water, but making sure you're super hydrated. If you ever have, if you have the case of the Mondays in your workouts where you're just like, oh, everything in this workout feels harder, think back on how much water you drank the last 2 days.
Or what you ate over the weekend.
Well, that too, but yeah.
So both of those things.
Right. But that is the other thing. When you're eating kind of off of your nutrition plan, very few people go to a fast food restaurant and get water. Like,
Now, what's interesting is when we go, not fast food, but any sit-down restaurant, right? If we just have water to drink, I'll drink like 1 glass.
If you
get a Pepsi, it's like 3 or 4 glasses before the meal even comes.
Super consumer of soda at a sit-down restaurant. It's crazy how much
water.
How much?
It's weird. I don't know. It's just, and then you're just stuffed when the meal gets there.
Yeah.
But with the water, I'll just sip on it, and then it sits there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Better to have another sip of my water.
I know.
But it's just how the brain works.
So hopefully that has just encouraged or motivated people to drink more water, because it's just used in so much of our bodies, like also your hair and your nails and everything that your body uses water for everything.
How do we get ourselves to drink more water? Like, you always talk about how you struggle.
I do. It's my biggest struggle.
What are some, I know you said try to drink a liter before you eat.
Yeah. Or have a set amount that you drink before you eat a meal. Like for me, I'll have something before I go to the gym. Typically I'll have something to eat before the gym, so that doesn't count. But then, like, before I have my first main meal of breakfast, I'll try. But I'm up for many hours before that.
3 a.m.
Yes. So like, no, if you're a person that gets up at 6 and you eat breakfast at 6:30, I would not recommend slamming a liter of water before you eat your breakfast. But it's like, at least drink a glass of water before you have it. But setting an alarm on your phone. There are apps that you can, if you like to gamify things. I think there's certain apps where you're trying to keep a plant alive. Like you tell it when you drink water, and if you don't drink enough water, then the plant dies. Like,
that'd be fun.
Yeah. So there's ways to gamify.
There's water bottles that have times on it.
Like Mark Onweiler had a smart water bottle that like would light up if he hadn't drank it in a certain amount of time.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah. So it had like a light at the bottom or something, and it would just kind of flash this light gently of like, you are behind on your water. So those are ways that you can do it, or just committing to drinking, a glass of water.
As time goes by and you're just
100%.
I haven't had any water in the last 10 hours.
Yeah. It's easy to do. I always jokingly say drinking water is like laundry. Like, you get it done for one day and then you turn around and like, here, I have to do it again. So that's how water is. But we got to go to break.
All right.
Way past.
Well, it's not way past.
Well, for me, for my comfort level.
All right. Well, we'll be right back to wrap up this week's episode. Stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. We're about done here. Nicole just had a little quick segment to finish up.
Well, just some more tips and tricks to get in more water.
Yes.
So there's certain things that you have to figure out what your preference is. Like, I like drinking through a straw. I will drink way more if I drink through a straw.
And I hate drinking through a straw.
Right. I know. When we go to restaurants, or like you'll get your drink without a straw, and I always have a straw. No matter what it is.
I like to drink, well, especially with
ice.
I like it cold when I drink it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a guy thing or what. The straw is the same thing.
I don't want ice touching my teeth. It makes it harder to drink. So if you know which one you are, if you don't like drinking out of a straw, then don't get a water bottle that has a straw. You're probably not going to drink as much. The other way around. Temperature is another thing. I don't like super cold water unless sometimes if I'm exercising, but I do. So I have been starting to put water in my, this is insulated. So I've been starting to put water in it, but then half the time I forget that I put water in it. And then it's shocking to me when I take a drink and it's cold, but I prefer not cold water.
I'm not really big. I mean, sometimes I like ice cold
if you're
water,
super thirsty, then yes, cold water is going to hit the spot, but
just cold water all the time is best. I keep 3 of those smart bottles in my freezer at all times, and then I just rotate them.
I just can't drink it fast enough. I'll get a brain freeze if I drink it too fast and it's cold. So maybe you don't. Maybe you've been drinking cold water and you realize I don't like cold water. In the winter, I like drinking warm water. I drink water out of the faucet at home, and so I will run it warm and I'll drink just plain warm water.
Crazy.
I know.
It's
what?
You got different.
Find what you like.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
But you put on the warm water.
Oh yeah, I'll let it run so it's warm.
All right.
Put a little lemon in there.
But it works.
Good. Not
You're
hot.
drinking your water.
Just warm. And then couple other things. One, you don't have to be that person carrying around a gallon jug, but if you start with a gallon jug and then transfer it into a more manageable water bottle, then you at least have that daily reminder of how much you've drank. Because you said you're gonna have to drink 4 of those smart waters. Mm-hmm. By the time you get to 3, you're gonna be like, oh, that was 4. So that's another tip. So get to drinking your water. Your body needs it for everything.
You'll thank us later.
Your body will thank you later.
We'll see you next week. 927 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.